Still living life on the road, with or without a label. They cannot stop what I start. They cannot stop what I start. They still denying the glow. See me, they speaking in code. They having private discussions. They having private discussions. I'm touching knee on the floor. I pray to God every moment. Lord, I ain't broke anymore. Ain't living life like before. You say I did all this shit on my own. 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 Did all this shit on my own.
Hey YouTube, this is Uncle Mama's music reaction channel where I provide my views on talented artists who have low subscribers and low views, as well as talented artists from around the world. Now once again, I have no idea or the reason why they have low subscribers and low views, but I'm going to bring it to the forefront of my channel for us to view. Now today I'm going to do my utmost best to upload 9, you heard me right, 9 amazing tracks by my regular artists who I continually support. There are new artists that I'm going to be bringing in starting from next week and looking over the weekend. There is an absolute amazing amount of catalogue of new artists that has been recommended by yourself, and I have been looking through them by your recommendation on the particular, not the particular link that you have shown me, because that's the link that I want to carry out the reactions to, but just to get a bit of background on the particular artist by looking at the alternative music, what they also carry out. So it's been very, very interesting. So I'd like to say a big massive thank you for all of my support from my subscribers who have given me so much overwhelming information about particular artists, as well as recommended me to check out new artists. You guys have absolutely been fundamentally my backbone to my channel. So I'd just like to say thank you very much. You deserve every accolade that I can stow upon yourselves. Really, really, really. If this is your first time coming over to my page, please check out my homepage. Look at the multiple amount of catalogues that I've of music styles that I've had the pleasure of carrying out. If you go back to my earliest one, just go into videos and go back to my earliest one, you see how amazing these brilliant artists is. And check out the artists with low subscribers and low views as well. Your mind will absolutely be blown away. Trust me, it really will be. And as well as the audio, as well as the video, because you know I carry out both things. I carry the audio because these particular artists, sometimes they might not have the resources to carry out, or the funders to carry out a video themselves. So it's very fundamental that I carry out audio reactions as well as video reactions. So I'm showing you my wholehearted support for these particular artists. If you are an artist, please come over and to my community page. Leave your link in my community page. Let me check it out and I'll get back to you. My subscribers know that I do reply back to all of my comments, and any kind of messages I reply back. I love it. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, go to my about page. There's my various links, platform links that you can just click on, and it'll take you straight to my platform, and that's when you have the opportunity to follow me as well. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's Facebook. I think I put on LinkedIn and various other platforms. I will continue to upload more platform as I'm going along. For instance, I'm not on the likes of Snapchat and Twitch and all that kind of stuff. I think I've just got enough social platforms to manage right now before it becomes overwhelming. The reactions that I'm going to be carrying out today is going to be 2 from America, 2 from South Korea, 2 from Africa, 2 from Korea, and then there's 1 from India. The only reason why there's 1 from India, because I didn't have enough time to check out the other particular artist that I wanted to do, so I'm going to leave that for tomorrow. I'm going to carry out my English reactions tomorrow as well. There's quite a few English artists that I want to pursue. There's 1 in particular, sounds, and she is absolutely amazing. I'm going to leave that to react and talk more about her tomorrow. So without further ado, my first artist that I'm going to react to is A-Reece. I reacted to him yesterday. This track is called On My Own, I've listened to about 2 seconds of it and kind of know what A-Reece is about. Exactly what I predicted in my reactions, what I was talking about A-Reece, which I'm going to talk about further after my reactions. So, without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it?
Hey. Did all this shit on my own. Did all this shit on my own. Hey, I'm touching knee on the floor. I pray to God every moment. Lord, I ain't broke anymore. Ain't living life like before. You say I did all this shit on my own. 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 Yeah, tell me rejoice every moment. Used to be standing on cones. Look what they're dreaming, them brothers. Look what they're dreaming, them brothers. Now you're both doing the most. They cannot fuck with the growth. They want the juice if they call it. They want the juice if they call it. Still living life on the road, with or without a label. They cannot stop what I started. They cannot stop what I started. They still denying the glow. See me, they speaking in code. They having private discussions. They having private discussions. I'm touching knee on the floor. I pray to God every moment. Lord, I ain't broke anymore. Ain't living life like before. You say I did all this shit on my own. 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 Lord, I ain't broke anymore. Ain't living life like before. You say I did all this shit on my own. 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 Bought a new house in the east on the wall and the room is by Molly. Yeah. Came up from no lights, so straight up a week, you know nothing about it. Yeah. I ain't been sober all season and it ain't because I got problems. Yeah. Grateful that Jody still breathing, man, fuck that whole nigga who shot her. Yeah. Me and my team dropped the music and now the whole nation acknowledge. Yeah. Right now we all on the road and we putting in that motherfucking mileage. Yeah. Step in the club and then step on that couch and then we get it poppin'. Yeah. Step in the club and then step on that couch and then we get it knee on the floor. I pray to God every moment. Lord, I ain't broke anymore. Ain't living life like before. You say I did all this shit on my own. 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 Lord, I ain't broke anymore. Ain't living life like before. You say I did all this shit on my own. Did all this shit on my own. Did all this shit on my own. Did all this shit on my own.
So that was A-Reece with On My Own. If you saw my previous reactions to A-Reece, and I came up just by looking at the video, he gave me this entrepreneur vibe, and I blatantly said that there's no question in my mind that this guy will be a self-millionaire, and I believe that he does more than just music. That's what I said. And now, getting a little bit of insight, I'm hearing that he is in fact doing this on his own, and it's such a cliche because of the video is called On My Own. He is an amazing he's an amazing tribute to young guys. I remember back in the day, it was I'll say about 20 years ago, if you're not signed to a record label, you think all hope is gone. And it's only just not recently, but fairly recently, where people are not taking no for an answer when they get shut down from record labels. They are actually doing it on their own, which is leaving these record companies short, because there's a massive trend going on now, where a lot of young people with this entrepreneur mind is thinking, I don't need the record companies. I can do this all on my own. And this is what they are doing. They've got their own website, they've got their own Instagram, and they're doing different things. And now what's happening is there's other platforms that's developing where you can now sell your music. So what I said previously, time and loads of times, that these massive record companies, they soon will be becoming obsolete, or they're going to be chasing a lot of these artists and getting better deals, because in the these massive record companies, from what I'm hearing from other artists, they don't really offer a fair deal. You know, the percentage cut is just like, wow, it's so much for them, for the other person, and rather for them. So it's quite rightly that when you're pushing somebody to do, when you're saying no so many times and that person's still got a drive, you're not going to shut down their drive. They're going to do it on their own. It's as simple as that. If I was waiting upon a company that said, okay, that will allow me to do this on YouTube, and they said no, I would have carried on with this on my own, because there's no one there that's going to stop me doing what I need to do set for me. And this is the perfect portrait of what A-Reece is saying. You hear it in his lyrics. There's so many doors that's been shut down, but you still got to persevere. And if you know yourself, and if you know your brand, and you know your wealth, then you know that there's no negotiations when it comes to what you need to do and what needs to be completed. And it is very, very fundamental that there is young entrepreneurs that is inspiring other young people, rather than back in the day where it was older generation that was inspiring the younger generation. That's completely gone now. It's the younger generation inspiring the younger generations. And some younger generations are inspiring the older generations. They are seeing what the older generations, they're seeing the mistakes, what the older generations are doing, and they're saying, no, that's not going to be for me. They're seeing that how, you know, somebody that's really, really successful, and how they drop down in the pitfall and become unsuccessful. And these young, fantastic artists are seeing this, and they want to they are smarter than the younger generation that was 20 years ago. The younger generation, 20 years ago, they'll sign a contract and see big money, and they say, yes, yes. These ones, they're absolutely reading it. They've got their team, and their team is absolutely fundamental in making sure that they're going forward. And I no doubt that A-Reece, he's saying that he's doing it on his own. He's got his own team, and he believes in his team, more importantly. And this is something really, really fantastic to grasp on, that the yesteryears is so gone, and the future is present. The future is present. There is so many artists doing it their own. So many artists that have not even chasing the record companies anymore. They're seeing what they can do by themselves before, and then the record company starts chasing them. A-Reece, you've proven your point. And I think it's come to a point where you don't particularly need a record company. You have seen the fruits of your labor. You have designed and constructed something which can be repetitive with other artists. So in fact, you can open up your own label if you haven't all done already. It's amazing. I'm going through your I'm speaking to A-Reece now. I'm going through your catalogue, and what's amazing me is that the amount of the bars, your lyrics, your contents, the amount of content that you have in your lyrics is absolutely amazing. It's like you've in a way that you had to be forced to be mature when you was pushed to, let's get this right. Maturity was pushed upon you. That's it. Maturity was pushed upon you, and now you're just waving the flag. Now you're waving a flag in getting things done, and it's just amazing to see. I absolutely love to see young entrepreneurs doing their own thing and slapping the face of the hierarchy who tells them that they can't do it. For that reason, sir, A-Reece, you're an amazing artist, and I just hope that I just wish the best for you. For that reason, I salute you, sir. Fabulous track.
Grateful that Jody still breathing, man. Fuck that whole nigga who shot her. Yeah. Me and my team dropped the music, and now the whole nation acknowledge. Yeah. Right now we all on the road, and we putting in that motherfucking mileage. Yeah. Step in the club and then step on the couch, and then we get it poppin'. Yeah. Step in the club and then step on the couch, and then we get it. Me on the floor. I pray to God every moment. Lord, I ain't broke anymore. Ain't living life like before. You say I did all this shit on my own. 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 Lord, I ain't broke anymore. Ain't living life like before. You say I did all this shit on my own. Did all this shit on my own. Did all this shit on my own.